Let's go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field.
And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Ross on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got McKinney complete to his tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Second and 14. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Now it's Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak. Plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is. And let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw running a little too far, brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Hall. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They go play action here on 1st down. And complete to Drake London. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards, first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
The Falcons at 7-1 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there with that license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. His throw incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Herbert now on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. A turnover interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Robinson with another carry.
And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Robinson on a give right side.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to...
Herbert has it knocked free,
and the Falcons grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Taken from about the 12. The Charger drive about to get going.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one. That is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Eckler now between the tackles. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And the elusive, slippery guy couldn't get in there, though. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Chargers.
Xander Horvath.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Kenneth Murray.
He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now here's Ross.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the
Herbert has it knocked free.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's a little happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into the zone.
You know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, it's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a third down. This drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Herbert now. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll set up a throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Darren Hall. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session, Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he's going to use his legs here.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Oh, and now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On play action, they'll throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he's got room.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Coup for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But